Congress in the 22nd District in Florida. Good friend of the Steve Gill Show. Has Tennessee roots himself, went to the University of Tennessee. Born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia, Lieutenant Colonel Allen West served our nation in uniform and is now seeking to serve us in the U.S. Congress, and came close last time, and I think has a great chance this time. He is a truly amazing American hero. Has been honored many times, including a Bronze Star, 3 meritorious service medals, other commendation medals as well, and is a good friend of the Steve Gill Show. And Alan, good to have you back with us.
Hey, thanks so much, Steve, and greetings to you and the listening audience. I hope you guys had a great and happy 4th of July.
How are things shaping up in the 22nd district? I mean, we're hearing all this talk about nationally. It's going to be a Republican year. You were one of those who was not the beneficiary of the high water mark of turnout in 2008. Are you feeling things a little different out there in 2010?
Yeah, absolutely so. And I will tell you, in an 8-month campaign in 2008, we ended up with 45.3%. But what we're seeing now are Americans that are very concerned about the direction the country is heading, especially with the job situation, the economy, and illegal immigration, which you mentioned is playing out very strongly down here. And this is not just about the Republicans coming out. This is about, getting the independents. And also we're seeing some Democrats that are coming out to our events and saying that it's about principles. It's not about party. And they like the principles that we stand for.
We're always told all politics is local, and yet Republicans seem to be trying to kind of nationalize the election, making it about Obama, making it about the national economy. How do you see this one playing out, Alan? Is it all politics or local, or is this going to be a national type election?
Well, I think it's more national, but because those issues are affecting people locally. I mean, you've got the foreclosure rate down here in Florida is one of the highest in the country, and especially in this congressional district. You've got the unemployment rate down here in the state of Florida at 12.3%, maybe a little higher now. So that's a national issue that plays big. You've got the illegal immigration issue that we've got a couple of sanctuary cities here in CD22 and in Jupiter, and Lake Worth is becoming a sanctuary city as well. So there are a lot of national level issues that are trickling down, affecting people here in their homes and in their lives. So I think that being able to tie that from a higher level down to how it affects the people here locally, that is a winning formula.
You've got some in the Obama administration that are now pushing for naturalization of relations with Cuba. With the Cuban-American population in Florida, I know that has always been an extraordinary hot-button issue. Is that starting to show itself in your campaign?
Well, not so much, because the Cuban-American population is really heavy down in Miami-Dade, which is south of us, the county south of us. In Broward and Palm Beach, the biggest thing is they want to see some type of normalization of this, wet foot, dry foot issue, because, the one standard for Cubans does not apply to Haitians, so that's something that you have to have a firm stance on. But I think the biggest thing with the relations with Cuba is we cannot continue to see that regime being propped up. We can't see them benefit from us having normalized relations. There's a means by which we can break down that regime through economic endeavors, and hopefully that will be our focus, and not just opening up the can for them to continue to perpetuate their power and their control over the people there in Cuba.
You've got a significant Jewish population in the district as well. Israel has become a hot-button issue in a lot of districts. I got to believe it's a big issue in the 22nd District in Florida.
It's a huge issue. CD22 is about 13, maybe 14% Jewish, and, I've spoken in about 7 synagogues down here, and I got to tell you, Steve, one of the most incredible things was when I gave the Saturday sermon in a synagogue in Boynton Beach. That was absolutely flooring, and to have about 300 people stand up to give a standing ovation for you after you gave your speech was absolutely incredible. And my campaign manager said, and he had never seen anything like that in his life. So the browbeating of Israel is very much so noticed. You see the disproportion of the treatment between Netanyahu and, of course, Mahmoud Abbas when he comes. This whole Gaza incident with the flotilla that played out, we took the wrong stance. I mean, shame on us for, joining sides with the UN to condemn Israel when they're a sovereign state trying to protect themselves against a terrorist organization that has in its charter their destruction. So I think that a lot of people are waking up to things that, as you just talked about, a lot of the national issues have the local level effect.
The Jewish vote has been a lockstep Democrat vote for a long, long time, almost as solid a vote as African Americans voting lockstep with the Democratic Party. Do you think either group can be pulled away from this kind of wedded disposition towards the Democrats no matter what?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think that you look at the 78% of the Jewish population that voted for the president, and now is down, I believe, in the 50s, maybe high 40s. As I said, I see that in getting invited to many different events all across this district in the Jewish community. But what was even more, great was this past Saturday we had a Tea Party rally in Fort Lauderdale. And we had a group of African Americans, and they came. It was about 20, 25. And they showed their support, and they were given an opportunity. One of them stood up and spoke on the platform because people are starting to realize, the dangerous aspect of these liberal social welfare policies, how it enslaves and how it empowers, and how it creates what I call the 21st century plantation. And, we've got to empower the American people. We've got to transfer the wealth of the American people out of Washington, D.C. back down to them. And I just don't believe in what Nancy Pelosi said when she believes that unemployment checks are the way to, create jobs and stimulate an economy. That is the way that you enslave the will of the American people and not get them out working. So that's
I do believe